Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for August 26th, 2025. Who shall sojourn in your tent? From Psalm chapter 15, verses 1 through 3. O Lord, who shall sojourn in your tent? Who shall dwell on your holy hill? He who walks blamelessly and does what is right and speaks truth in his heart, who does not slander with his tongue and does no evil to his neighbor, nor takes up a reproach against his friend. Psalm 15 begins with a question that strikes at the core of our relationship with God. Who can dwell with God? Who is worthy to live in his presence? This is not a casual question. God's tent and holy hill speak of God's dwelling place, the very place where heaven and earth meet. To live there is to be with God in his holiness, in his fellowship. But immediately we sense the weight of this question: who is able? The psalmist answers by describing the character of the one who dwells with God, one who is blameless, who acts rightly, who speaks truth deep within, who refuses slander, who avoids harming others, who does not twist words against a friend. These qualities paint a picture of integrity through and through. God's promise and his presence is not for those who pretend, who cover sin with appearances, or who treat others with malice. His presence calls for holiness, truth, and love in both word and deed. Now, at first glance, this description can feel crushing. Who among us can say we have walked blamelessly? Who has spoken truth without deceit in the heart? Who has never wounded a neighbor or failed a friend? If God's tent is only for the perfect, we would be shut out. The law of God shows us not only that holiness is required, but the law also shows our inability to meet it. And yet, this psalm points us to Christ. He is the one who truly walked blamelessly. He is the one who always did what was right. He was the one that never sinned in thought, word, or deed. He is the man of perfect integrity, the truth incarnate. Because of Christ, we are not cast out of God's presence, but welcomed in. Through faith in Jesus, his blameless life is counted as ours. Jesus has opened the way to the Father's tent and invites us to dwell with him forever. At the same time, Psalm 15 is not only a picture of Christ, but also a guide for those who belong to him. God has called us into his presence by grace, and now he calls us to walk in integrity. The forgiven life is also a transformed life. In Christ, we are freed to speak truth. We are freed to guard our tongues from slander, to serve rather than to harm our neighbor, to love faithfully. So this psalm sets before us not a list of conditions for earning God's presence, but a description of the life of God's presence creates within us because of his Spirit. So when we ask with the psalmist, who shall sojourn in your tent? We can answer with confidence. By Christ alone, we may dwell with God. And by his Spirit, our lives are shaped more and more to reflect his truth and love. God's peace and many blessings be with you. And thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others.